They didn't start the tape or nothing yet. I just wanted to walk through there and get the thing. That's the thing that if you feel like walking through there, that's the rope. That's the snake rope. Thank you.
You can't smoke in here. $50 fine.
$50 fine for smoking? Well, I can handle that. No, I was really comfortable. See? White folks take everything from me. Say smoking, see if it had been a joint, this ain't no fine for that. So I'm here and I'm gonna do a little stand-up on the TV show, and I'm not gonna edit. And so a lot of people here might be offended, and you should leave now, because I'm gonna say fuck and suck, and shit and doo-doo. No, because the people, they say like I was canceled, and that's bullshit. Motherfuckers didn't cancel me. Let me say it so they can get it on the air. I was not canceled. So they can have a little cut to make you know and shit. No, this is we were only supposed to do 4 shows, and this is the last show, and that's it. And I'm getting my ass out of here. No, because they'll make you kill a motherfucker up in here, boy, with the shit they be telling a nigga like, you can't do that. Say, what the fuck you mean? I was gonna do a thing about faggots, and the motherfuckers called up the faggot experts. I swear, man, I ain't lying. NBC got a motherfucker called from the Gay Liberation. You know, you call him up, it's the faggot expert. They call him up and they say, will this be offensive? And the motherfucker says, I think that's very offensive. And then they call me up and they tell me, you can't do that. I said, all right. Now who's the nigga you call up? White boy went, no. I said, what's the nigga's name you call up when the shit is wrong? It doesn't matter, really. We've never cared about colored people. Why should we start now? Is our colored people gay? So the shit is funky, boy. They be funky. So I'm gonna do a little stand-up thing here, and I wanted to do Mudbone. And y'all comfortable? Good, welcome. Mudbone had told me, I need a stool here. Can props bring me up a stool? Little stool here. You might get on TV and make some money. Because Mudbone like to sit down. So Mudbone is an old man I met in Peoria, where I'm from. I'm from Peoria. Thank you for that little applause. Is an old man, and he was interesting. He was retired, and here's a white boy bringing me a chair. Don't look nothing like a stool, but he got a chair. See, white boys do their work, boy. He'll bring a chair. You ask a nigga, it's like, motherfuck it. Here's a stool, motherfucker, here, sit on that. I ain't used to sitting in shit like this and mic. Look out! White folks doing the mic and shit. Made it for a short nigga, too. Thank you. You see, Mudbone is a person who was born in Mississippi. And I know them well, you know. And he dips snuff, you know. And he sit around in front of the pool hall or the barbecue pit, and he spit in a can. Now, that's the one I need, boy. Bring that up here. Now, this shit here is uncomfortable. That's what I need. I'm gonna start all over now. Thank you. So, let me sit down. So, he had an old Maxwell House coffee can with the top cut off of it. And he spit in it, see? And he talked shit. See, like that there. And that was his job, spitting and talking. Because I ain't never seen him do no work. But he'd tell me fascinating stories. And as they say nowadays, he freaked me out, see? What? A clean start? What you talking about, a clean start? This is as clean as you can get. No shit, I ain't worried about television. Mudbone don't give a fuck about television. I'll speak about what I want to. Shit. And I work hard for my money. I remember the time I come up here. I was a young man then. I come up here. I was a veteran, see. And I read a Zane Grey was my favorite, I'd have been traveling, so I read about it, Liked him. All right by me. The Indians lost too much, but I liked him, read those old shoot 'em ups. You ever read them? See, I learned how to read. Mahalia Thompson taught me how to read, see, before I could get some pussy. That's right. She said, if you can read, when you learn how to read this note I gave you, you can get some pussy. So she gave me a note, and I learned how to read it, and the note said, no, you can't have none. And that was the first thing I ever read, see? It took me 2 years to find out I couldn't get none. But shit, she dead now, so fuck her. But I was born in Tupelo, Mississippi, and I come up here and it was an accident. Because I lived in Mississippi, I worked on the plantation, what they used to call them in those days. You young people don't know nothing about that, was a plantation, see? And I worked on a Mr. Johnson's plantation. Now, he was a good old white man I used to work for. He was fair. But he had a son named Junior. Now, he was hard to work for because he was cockeyed. That's right. Eyes went every which way. And we called him Cockeyed Junior. And he was hard to work for because he said, hey, nigga, pick that up. And 4 or 5 niggas been down. Because you didn't know who he was looking at. And I was talking about like this here. And one day, he was going to get married. Junior was going to get married. And he married a woman out there, one of them woman mag contests. They had a book. You write for your bride, He wrote for her, showed me the picture. I looked at it, I laughed. But shit, that's what he want. He cockeyed, she ugly, so what the hell, And they sent me to the depot to pick him up. Now, that was in the day of the steam engine train. You go pick him up there. I rode up there, had a horse, Ginger, took a buggy. Now, I took Ginger because she the best one to ride, see. And she wouldn't trot on your ass. She galloped good, The other one break into a trot. The other one fought in your face. Ain't nothing worse than a horse fought in your face. I mean, I can take a lot of shit, but a horse fought in my face because the fought lasts for about 3 or 4 miles, Boom, 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 boom. They're very rhythmic too, They don't just fought boom. There's a whole lot of rhythm, Boom, 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 boom. Shit, it sounds like Mongo Santa Maria or somebody. So I rode to the depot, and it took me about an hour and a half to get there, It was a pretty day, too, You smell the honey blossoms and everything. I get up there, the train come moving in, and she stepped off the train. Bitch weighed about 480 pounds. I was sitting in the buggy. I said, oh, Jesus, Lord have mercy, So I went to the train to help her off, She had some luggage there. They just chucked her luggage off the train. Just get rid of this motherfucker. Just threw it off like that, I bent down to pick up a bag. I said, "Excuse me, ma'am. You here to marry Kaka Jr.?" Well, she had an attitude, you know. "Yep, yes, I'm gonna do that, yep." I said, "Well, all right. You the lady I'm here to pick up." Well, I bent down to pick her shit up. The bitch slapped me upside the head. No pop. God damn. I said, "Shit, what the fuck?" And you know, niggas weren't allowed to have hair in them days, you know? It was just plain skin. Just hurt the shit out me, you know? I said, "Well, all right, I'll accept that." I said, "Well, let me help you get in the buggy." She said, "I don't need your help. I'll get in the buggy." She stepped in the buggy, goddamn thing turned over on her. I started laughing and shit, you know, but to myself, you know. You ever try to laugh like that to yourself? I got an ulcer just from laughing at her ass. Oh, I turned the buggy over, and I heard the conductor say, "Oh, that's the old ugly bitch, ain't she?" And then the white folks start to laugh, you know. Ha, 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 ha. I didn't laugh with them, though. Yeah, 'cause they trick a nigga, see. That's right. They start laughing, and then you join in, and they get your ass out there. So I accept that, you know. So we get in the buggy. We ride for 20, 30 minutes, and she hit me upside the head again. A good one, too. Sound like a bullet. Straight, "Paya!" You know? Shit. I thought she shot me or something, you know? Oh, what the fuck? God damn, you know, I will kill him. I'm saying this to myself. I ain't gonna say this out loud, you know, but I'm thinking on her ass. So we get home where we're going to, and I introduce her to her fiance, you know. Help out the buggy, too, thinking I had to hold tight because she's strong, you know. She stepped down, and all these muscles were torn loose and shit, you know. And she stepped down, walk around, talk to her husband real nasty, you know. "Where's the bedroom at? What you gonna do? What we gonna do? Where we gonna do it?" Oh, you know. And, well, Kaka Jr., he point to the wrong place, you know. He point way out in the field. We had to move his hand over, say, "No, it was that way." True story. Oh, they in there that night doing it. You know, we had to listen, you know. They in there doing it. He ain't doing no damage, you know. He just in there making noise, you know, in there hollering, "Ooh, ah!" But the reason he was hollering, he stuck his dick in a lantern. Well, it was hot. Shit. He didn't know. We said, "Damn, Junior, you in big trouble now." He burned all the head off of it, you know? That's some funny shit, I tell you. Well, I remember, though, I fixed a trap for her ass for hitting me upside the head. Now, she had to use the outhouse. And see, I knew that because I saw her eat dinner. And she ate 4 pounds of greens, you know, 8 tons of turnips. And I said, "Oh, I got her ass now. She'll be out here in a minute now." And I fixed it up. I cut the bottom out the outhouse. So she come running out there, "Where's it at, Daddy? Where's it at?" You know, and Junior point, so she going the opposite direction. That's how she knows she right, you know. And she went to sit down. The motherfucking thing fell loose, and she fell in the cesspool. That's right. I started laughing my ass off after that. I wasn't mad at her ass no more either. But, you know, the thing, though, that I studied about white people, though, boy, they don't know how to laugh. Because Junior wasn't laughing worth the shit. Now, he cockeyed. He come running out there trying to help her ass. He tripped his ass in there, too. He fell on top of her. They had to call the fire department to pull him out. I come up north after that. I got in the tractor, drove up here, 782 miles on 1 tank of gas. Say, boy, come here, empty this for me out there on the curb real quick. Well, shit, I gave you 50 cents. Empty it out there for me. So I come up here, because I liked it up north. You know, I heard about it. You know, I come up here. I was in 1927. That's when I come up here. And it was good up here then when you come up north, see, because they didn't have too many niggas up here. See, they liked to see a nigga. They said, there's a nigga, pop. They was happy. They went crazy. Down south, they had a bunch of them. They didn't care about them. But I come up here, and that's when I met my partner, old Bubba. Bubba's a bad nigga. I mean, that nigga is bad. I mean, he whooped 4 or 5 policemen, and they take their badge downtown. That's right. But he should take their guns, because they beat the shit out of them with their clubs. Nigga was something else. Nigga lie his ass off. Told me some lies I ain't never. You ever hear the lie about the nigga with the big dick? Nobody ever heard that story? The nigga with the biggest dick in the world? No? Well, 2 niggas had the biggest dicks in the world. So they're gonna have a contest, you know? See who the nigga with the biggest dick. So they decide to go to the Golden Gate Bridge, you know? See who got the biggest dick. They're going to have a contest, you know. They don't want to do it in front of a bunch of people. They want to do it in private, you know, on the Golden Gate Bridge. So they go to the bridge, and the one nigga, you know, he zip his pants down, and he whoop it out there, you know. He throw it over the bridge. And then the other one, he zip his down, and he whoop his over there. And so they stand there for about 5 minutes, you know, seeing who got the longest. When finally, one nigga, he said, God damn, man, this water cold. And then the other nigga said, yeah, and it deep too. He said, yeah, and it deep too. Nigga lied his ass off. Nigga got in trouble though, because he was fucking with a girl from New Orleans. Now, see, I told him about fucking with her because she could put that voodoo on his ass, you know, work the mojo on him. But he kept fucking with her, you know, chipping every now and then. That's right, boy, chipping. Same shit you be doing. Well, this nigga chipped up on a hurtin' because this bitch put something on his ass. I saw the nigga about a year later. The nigga was sick. His eyes were bleeding. Blood was coming out his hair like this here. Dandruff falling out his ears. And his chin and the Adam's apple kept jumping out like that. The nigga weighed about 102 pounds. Nigga looked at me. He said, who am I? I said, well, how the fuck I know? And I said, you damn sure ain't Santa Claus, because any presents been given out. You got them all, boy. I ain't lying, the nigga was sick. And he come and talked to me about 15 minutes, the best he could. He couldn't talk because he couldn't sit long enough, you know. He had the pals. He started a sentence. He said, well, I got to get up now, you know. And I said, what happened? He said, that girl from Louisiana done put a hurt on me, boy. Said, I went to a house. She had 2 forks over the door with some okra on it. I said, oh, shit. I said, that's your ass now. I said, was the seeds out? He said, you goddamn right. That's a sure sign. But I knew a voodoo woman lived across town named Miss Rudolph. So I drove the nigga over to her. You know, it wasn't but $5 in them days, you know, to get cured, you know. Well, I didn't have no money. I made him pay for it, but shit, I drove him over there, you know. Nigga's feet was swole all up like this. Drove him over there. Nigga was funny, though. Every time I hit a bump, he cried, ah. I said, partner, I'm doing the best I can, you know. Shit, you know. So I drove him over there, let him out the car. I said, come on, let's go to the house. You go knock on the door. He said, shit, no, not me. So I got to go knock on the door. Now, I'm scared of the dark and shit, but I'm going to go knock on this door. You know, he's my partner. Shit. So I knock on the door, tippity-tap, tippity-tap. And she opened the door, and she flew it open. And the funk rushed out the house like this here. Damn near knocked me to my knees. I had to grab hold the cradle of the door, saying, Jesus, please help me, Jesus. And I passed out for just a couple of seconds. And I opened my eyes, and this big bitch is standing up there naked. And a big fat motherfucker too. And you can't see no pussy. That's how big she is. It's just a bunch of meat across here like that there. And she got the biggest titties in the world. I mean, I'm talking about humongous. And got a tattoo on each titty. One titty winking at your ass. And the other titty talking about, how are you? And I start praying right away. I said, Jesus, help me, because shit, I am a Christian. I don't know what the fuck she talking about. Well, I must have made the right sign, because she let me come in, crawl in. I didn't get up now. I crawled on in, and the funkin' shit was in there stinking, boy. So I get in the house. I said, Miss, I know Miss Rudolph. I heard about you. Please don't hurt me. She said, hurt? I ain't hurt nobody. What you want? She was irritated, you know. She said, what you want? And she did like that, and dust and shit flew out her arm. I said, Lord have mercy. I said, boy, I must love this nigga to do this shit here. I started to cut him loose there 2 or 3 times, you know, but the nigga can't run. I'll outrun that car we drove over him. Oh, I sat her down, I talked to her, explained the situation. She said, well, I'm gonna help you. I said, well, how much money you want? She said, I don't want no money. I ain't like that. Whatever you heard, I don't need no money. All I want from you is, come Thanksgiving, you bring me by a turkey. That's all the payment I want. I started thinking to myself. I said, well, shit, fuck this bitch. I'm going to trick her ass. She ain't never going to get no turkey from me. But shit, it was July then. Sure, baby, I'll bring you by a turkey. About that time, a big old tarantula crawled up my arm, went around my neck. I damn near shit on myself. Went down this arm and jumped on the table. You know what I mean? And I stopped, trying to stop that motherfucker. I put my hand on top of it, pressed real hard. I lift my hand up. The goddamn tarantula was gone. I said, oh, shit. I said, what happened to the tarantula? She said, that's all right. You don't bring me by that turkey, you will see him again. Bitch got a turkey coming as far as I'm concerned. I don't give a fuck if it's 1979, she getting a turkey, see. So I get my partner in the house. Oh, I love him to death. I get him in the house, and then a bat come out. It start flying around the room, and birds start crawling over the floor, and the bat just shitting all over everything. And it wasn't bad enough. The bitch had a 3-legged monkey, a little ugly squirrel-like monkey come out with little hands like this and be grabbing your face and shit like that, you know? And my partner's feet hurt so bad, he couldn't do nothing. He just sat up there, you know. I knocked that monkey 440 feet. I slapped the shit out that monkey. It bit me on the finger. My finger swole all up like this here, and the pus run out this hand. I left that monkey alone. And the thing about the monkey that scared me, it had 3 feet. And I know this because I saw that other foot around her neck. She wore it as a chain, and she waved it at you. She weighed that monkey back on my shoulder. Monkey sat up there. I talked to her, and I said, she said, I understand. She had some cards she turned over, about 3 or 4 cards. She turned them over, mixed them up, threw a little rice over her shoulder. She had some salt, and she ate it. About an ounce of salt, she swallowed it. I know she don't need to be fucked with then. She said, I understand your problem. I understand your problem. I understand your problem. I understand your problem. That's the way she was. She had a rhythm. I understand your problem. I understand your problem. And well, she had a head rag on, but I thought it was her hair. I understand your problem. I understand your problem. And I'm gonna fix it up. Because see, my partner's feet, they were hurting, boy. Hurting bad. Looked like he had elephantitis about the feet, you know, swole his feet all up. And, well, you want to know what his feet look like? They look like the bottom of an empty barrel all the way. And they hurt him bad, you know, it was like cushions. And every time he pounced, it hurt a little because his toes was on the bottom. That's the funny thing about feet. They got the top and the bottom. And they hurt him bad, you know. He sit up there and he say, ooh, ah. And I wanted to laugh at him, but I didn't because I like him, you know. So she brought out a bedpan, little round, about this big. Yes, ma'am, she did. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Brought it out. She said a few words over it. And then she pissed. She pissed in the pan. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? She pissed for about 15 minutes. And I don't mean no ordinary piss. I'm talking about strong ammonia piss. I mean, she Orita-ized that room with this piss. It just come up like that. And I said, my God, I can't stand it, you know. You said a few more words over it, zabba, zabba, what have you. And then she said to my partner, she said, put your feet in the piss. They had to carry me out there. I said, this nigga put his feet in that piss? I'm through. Well, I guess nothing from nothing leave nothing because the nigga put his feet in the piss. I had to lift one foot up, one fit in there, thought the other one gonna fit in there. I said, shit, this bitch gonna piss some more. I had to push his feet down in that piss. I got a little on my hand, you know, but I don't care. She said a few more words, and then the piss come just to smoking. The lights start blinking. The monkey jumped out the window, went crazy, and the piss turned blue. You hear what I'm saying? And I said, my God, because I ain't never seen no blue piss before. I said, man, look at the piss. He said, yeah, it's blue. Well, the nigga took his feet out the piss, and they was healthy. The boy had healthy feet, but they was real tiny. Nigga had baby feet. And he looked down at his feet, nigga went berserk. He threw the couch out the window, kicked that big bitch in the ass. He kicked her in the ass, he need a new pair of kneecaps. He bit her ear off, slapped me in the face, started my car, drove around the block, came back, went back in the house. The nigga was fucked up, I'm telling you. He went back outside, ate that monkey's foot. He shouldn't have done that, though, because that monkey's foot went to work on his ass. Fucked him up real bad. I'm telling you now, if you go to the zoo, you will see that nigga. He's a big polar bear with little tiny feet. Feet look like this here. You know, people always ask me, they say, well, how come you know so much about so little? I say, because I know stuff, that's why. I worked hard all my life, worked 35, 40 years down to packing house. I get a pension. That's right, because when you work hard, you're supposed to get a pension. I get a little like $127.50 a month, that's what I get. That's a big piece of paper. But I don't fuck around much, Pay my rent, handle my bill, take care of my business, have a little money left over, I go to church. Oh, I love to go to church. You want a church? I got a church I go to every Easter. The preacher does a hell of a sermon. Reverend Jackson. Oh, that nigga can preach. Every Easter, he does the resurrection. That's right. He come out in a casket. He be in a casket. And then they resurrect his ass out the casket. They have a rope. And they pull the rope. And they lift him up. And he float around the church. And he does a sermon that way. Last year, the rope broke. He damn near killed himself. This year, I hope they spend a little money. I hope they get some piano wire, something to hold his ass up there. But, I think that's fascinating. Now, I think kids ought to see that. Now, fuck Disneyland. They ought to see this motherfucker do a sermon. Flying around the church. That's a sight to behold. But I'm all right. I'm a regular, I don't do no bad stuff. I get a little pussy every now and then. But you see now, pussy done gone up. Now, I used to get pussy for about $2. You know how much pussy costs nowadays? It costs you $10, and you got to pay $2 for the room. Well, shit. I'd rather keep the 10, spend the 2, and fuck outside. And nowadays it's different. Them girls will give you that head, That'll kill a motherfucker, that head. Shit, I was fucking around, spent $10 on some head. It was so good. I said, baby, I'll give you 40 if you quit. I swear I ain't lying. And I thank you. Now, this is the one for TV. Hey there, gang! Golly gee willikers. Boy, I have had an interesting life. I remember when I was just a little tyke, and my mom and my dad were really strict, I remember one time my mom slapped me across the face and my teeth fell out. Boy, what a bummer. And the first time I ever heard my father say darn, because we were Catholic. Hey! But I just want to let you all know that I am having a ball. No double entendre intended. There was a colored guy lived down the street from us. He had a sled, and I had some roller skates. What a knee slapper! Thank you, and good night. No, really. Thank you. Thank you all so much. I really mean that. I know it's cold out there. There's a lot of snow. But thank you for your attention. And just want to ask if anybody has a cigarette I can bum. Y'all niggas went for that shit.